So first of all, hello Suborno. You are the like inspiration for millions of students and like people. You are the like youngest professor in the world who just like become professor at the age of 8. So Suborno, please share your story. Like we all know your whole story. I just researching about you. I am following you from a long time. So I'm just your fan. So I am the biggest fan of you. So Suborno, please share your story.
It's just basically a story of how my parents have worked hard to provide for me my whole life. So back in 2012, 2013, our family was pretty poor. My dad didn't work the best of jobs. He was a security guard, and everyone else was unemployed. And we were taking out loans to pay tuitions. But my father was inspired to do mathematics, and every day to inspire me as well, he brought me to his physics professor's class. And one day, everything just clicked for me. Like, not the PhD level physics, of course, but like, I had a sudden realization, and that started leading to my love of math. So I started doing more and more things related to math. And my dad realized that, and he made a channel around it. And eventually, I started enjoying making content for that channel, and now that channel has basically become my job, and it's my main inspiration for keeping my mathematics streak.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And like in backside, you have a flag of India. So what's the reason behind that flag?
India is one of the two countries that I visited. And I just visited it recently in April 2023, and they showed me a lot of hospitality, and I really had a lot of love for the country. I saw so many great things during my visit in April, and I was able to teach and engage so many more people than I did during my last visit in 2020. So
Yeah,
I was so inspired by those students, and that's why I put up this flag.
yeah, I love that. I love that flag. And thank you for putting that flag. It's honored for us. And I think if we are discussing about your achievements and like activities or awards, so it takes I think 2 or 3 months. So we don't have a 2 3 months to create that long video. So Borno, please share your views. Like as we know that India separated into like 1945 or 44, I thought. So like India separated between Pakistan, Bangladesh and India. So any point of view for that, like it is a good decision or like the subconscious, like any thoughts about that?
I don't think it was the best decision for the British to make. I think it was in 1947 because it caused a lot of violence while moving. It caused a lot of wives and newborn mothers to die during a process, and also I'm pretty sure that that the separation kind of hurt Sikhism, because Sikhism was mainly practiced in India, and the separation of all those states, I'm pretty sure fragmented Sikhism and the families who practiced it. And also, it's just some arbitrary lines drawn by some guy who had 4 months to decide what would be best for these colonies which had been abused for hundreds of years.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm totally like totally agree with you. And Suborno, what about your like whole day routine? Like I just saw your live for your maths Olympiad, I think classes, and you just joined this interview. So please, can you explain about your whole day routine? Many students are just want to know about that.
So usually, I wake up at 8 or 9. I do some videos with my brother about math, and then I have a class at 11:15. So I leave for it at 10:30. And after that, I come back from my class at about 2:25. So the ride home is till about 4:30. And by the time I get home, I usually relax a little bit, and then I make one of those live streams. And I also get a lot of requests from LinkedIn to get interviews. In fact, I have a whole calendar all the way on the opposite side of the room just about that. So if I have an interview that day, I will sit down for the interview, and then I will do some more math, relax a little. And my brother also wants me to do some physics videos now because he's practicing for his physics GRE.
Okay, perfect, perfect. And Suborno, as we know that everyone's life, as we know that, someone said that, okay, my journey started in ninth grade. My journey started at when I was in sixth grade. I was 2 years old. So, according to you, when your journey started in reality, according to you?
I think my journey started maybe that day when I was inspired. When I was one, maybe one and a half. It was sometime in 2014, but I can't remember the exact date. Uh, but I do have a picture from that event happening. I don't think I have it right now though.
Yeah, 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 it's okay. So yeah, I love that. And Suborno, any advice for students? Any advice?
I guess what I could say is don't get distracted from your studies. And if you're studying math and science and feel like it's mundane, don't worry, it's not. It has a real life application, just that your teacher hasn't told you about one. If you don't find your teacher engaging enough, that's okay. Just don't listen in class and watch some videos of some random guy explaining it on the internet instead. Likely, he's better than the whatever your teacher is making up. For you at least, because everyone has their own style of learning. And when it comes to the internet, there are so many different people covering the same topic, so you can learn in so many different ways. While if you just have to learn with your teacher in class, there's only one way you can learn it, and that might not work the best for everyone. So you can use the internet as a resource, and don't get distracted from your studies.
I love that. I love that. And Suvarno, as we know that college application process is kind crucial for some students, and it's a big part of some students' life. They have a dream to get into MIT, Harvard, Stanford, and top universities, and they started preparing for college application in their ninth, 10th grade. So, according to you, many students are just doing activities only for sake of college application, they don't like olympiads but they are preparing for olympiad. They don't like you can say that some activities, but they are doing that activities only for sake of college application. So according to you, is it good idea to do that?
I don't think so, because if you don't do that, then you'll naturally not put as much effort, and that shows on your resume. If you pick extracurricular, which you really do like, so for example, if you like sports, even if you think it doesn't look impressive on your resume, definitely colleges like those kinds of extracurriculars. And if it shows that you've persevered and that you've improved over time and that you have the ability to take feedback, then that will certainly be a strong factor in your application. But if you're uninspired while doing your extracurricular, you're not improving, you're not taking feedback well, and you're not really listening to whatever coach you have, then that shows on your resume and not in a good way.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, Suborno. And Suborno, what about your future goals? As we know that you are authored book like The Love and many stuff. So any specific future goals? Okay, I have to become a physicist. I have to become scientist. Any specific goals? And
I just want to become a math or physics professor so that I can inspire other people to go down the same path and revolutionize math or revolutionize physics. Because sometimes all it takes is one good teacher to inspire someone, and also one bad teacher to break someone's interest in something. So I want to be that teacher who inspires everybody to at least try math and physics.
okay, amazing. And Suborno, I think you have two lives. First is you are the professor, you are taking lectures at universities, and second, you are also in 12th grade. Am I
Yes.
right? 12th grade. Yeah. So how did you manage those lives? Because it's completely impossible for some students. But how did you manage to do that?
A lot of planning and work goes into it. I discuss it very extensively with my family, and I take it really seriously. So all of that planning and work and months of emails making sure that everything is arranged correctly and conveniently. That's what keeps everything running.
Okay, amazing. And many people are saying that Soborno is a God gifted and he is a child prodigy and natural talent. So, according to you, is it true? Like, is it all about God gifted, or it is all about your personal hard work, personal consistency? So, what is the correct
I
answer?
think that mostly it's because of hard work, consistent studying, because maybe God has gifted you that miracle that has gotten you inspired. But you're the one who has to keep your inspiration lit. You're the one who has to keep studying consistently so you don't lose your interest and passion for the subject. Because then the responsibility is on you. God has lit that fire, but the responsibility is on you to keep that fire alive. So it's your choice to have that passion or not. And I think that it's mostly hard work that keeps that passion alive. Studying consistently,
Yeah,
working.
exactly. Yeah, like inertia in our physics there was a concept inertia. So I think it's also like that. God. Okay. So Suburno, what about your family members? Like according to you, which family member have the most impact, or you can say that he helped a lot and he is the behind your success?
That's a hard decision, and I'm sure that some of my family members watching this right now would agree with this.
Yeah.
But I have to say, my brother, he was a very inspiring person for me. He's the one who's been doing a lot of hard work. He recently published an academic paper in a journal, so he just reached his own milestone. And he also really encourages me whenever I hit one of my own milestones. So he's been really inspiring for me, and he's really uh, encouraged me to set my own milestones and set my own goals in math and science.
Yeah, amazing. I also watched his videos on YouTube. So he is also amazing and brilliant student, I thought. And he is like mainly making video related to maths and science or physics. So yeah, that was amazing. And Suborno, what about your you can say that whenever you find that okay, I don't like that life, I just need, you can say that, rest, or I don't do like everyday life classes, live sessions, interviews. So whenever you find that okay, I'm just stuck like that.
Um, I take breaks a lot because I mean I'm 11. I need it. Uh, so
Yeah.
for 1 2 hours every day, I relax a little bit because I mostly have nothing to do. I've made all my videos. I finished all my interviews. And I've read all my emails. So there's really nothing left to do. So I can just take a break and relax until the next thing comes up.
Okay, amazing, amazing. I love that. And the time management is the most crucial skill, I thought. So you are managing your whole time in everything. So according to you, any specific thing you find that okay, that's the main thing that helped me to time manage. Like how you can manage your time.
Well, you can set a consistent schedule every day because that's what my family does. We have a pretty strict schedule. In the morning, I have to wake up at 8:30 if it's on Monday because I have something special to do. And other than that, 9:30 if it's not Monday. And then in the
Okay.
morning, we have to do a few math problems on video and one physics problem for my brother. And then I have to go to school. And after that, at about 4:30, when I get home, I take a 30-minute rest, and then I have to take a math exam, the AMC, which is 60 to 75 minutes on live camera. Then after that, I usually take a nap. And then after that, we just go to making more math videos. And then I take a break for the rest of the night. So it's a very strict outlined schedule, and I follow it every single day, which allows me to adjust for anything that might come in the way.
Okay, amazing, Suborno. Amazing, amazing. And Suborno, are you aware about Supreme Court decision about college application? Like they are removing like race-based college application decisions. So are you aware that topic? Supreme Court decision. Yeah. So according to you, it is a good decision to like do that, or like they have to like continue college application based on like race or country, etc.
I feel like any college application system that's based on race or ethnicity is inherently like racist because it favors one race over all of the rest. So I believe that college applications should be based on how you've improved and your academics instead of if you were born in a certain place to a certain race of parents. So I believe it shouldn't be like rolling the dice, and I don't believe it should be rolling the dice, but rather I believe that it should be based on all of the hard work that you put in. And I don't believe that anyone should even be slightly favored because of their race.
Okay, absolutely. But I also connected with Harvard, MIT, and other students, and they are saying that it's not a good decision because, like, it's all about opportunities. Like students from Pakistan, students from India, they have lack of opportunities, and you can say that knowledge, or that like their parents are not that kind of supportive like that. So it's not a good decision according to them. So any message to them?
Well, I can say that as someone who didn't come from a very wealthy background myself, we were poor to middle class in 2012 to 2014. I can say that with enough hard work, uh, then you can make it. Or you can at least do substantially better than you were a few years ago. And even if you're not doing perfect, all of the colleges you're applying to will at least see that you persevered through your hard conditions. So, you might be able to get scholarships if you don't have enough money to go to college, and you probably have a higher chance of getting accepted because your background shows that you've went through poverty, but you're still able to persevere and be a good candidate. And even if you're not the best candidate they can pick, they're aware of your ability to improve substantially. So I believe that with enough hard work and enough improvement, then your chance of getting into a good university is the same as any privileged person.
Yeah, exactly. I'm also agree with that, and I also have a same mindset. First of all, it's all like many people are saying opportunities, but in 2021, 2023, 21st century, there are like lots of opportunities available on the internet and in the like it's a field of everything. So according to me, I'm totally agree with that. Okay, so Suborno, what about future goals? Did you thought about, okay, I will join MIT, Harvard, Stanford? So which one is the favorite university? Your favorite university?
Wow, that's a very hard question. I would
Yeah.
probably have to say either Harvard or MIT because they're the top two in the country.
Yeah, and you also like take some classes in Harvard or MIT. Am I right?
I would want to, and that's why I'm applying there.
Okay, okay, amazing, amazing. I love that. And according to you, I know many people have one mentor, one teacher. So according to you, who is the best professor or teacher you know, and you love that? Okay, I love that professor the most.
Well, in terms of at home, definitely my family, like my father and brother, and outside of school, I guess Dr. Kabat, who was my dad's physics professor a few years ago. He still mentors me and helps me regularly, and he also partially helped my brother with the new paper that my brother published. Uh, and inside of school, if we're talking exclusively inside of school, I think the best, most inspiring teacher I've had is my high school physics teacher. He was very funny. He taught things in an understandable way, and he encouraged us.
Okay, interesting. And what about your like you are interested in any sports like at your age? I am just playing football all the day sometime. So which sport you like the most?
Uh, Sometimes I play chess, although I know that doesn't really count to the sport. The sport that I play the most, aside from that, is technically soccer or football.
So where you play at your home or school?
Usually at home.
Okay, perfect. And you also like only have one brother, I
Yes,
thought.
I have only one brother.
Okay, perfect. And Suborno, how did you get that? Okay, I have an interest in academics and science and math. How did you get to know?
I feel like it came just a little naturally to me when me and my dad were visiting Dr. Kabat. My brother, he had memorized Maxwell's equations at that time, and he was writing them down without really understanding actively what they meant. But I thought they looked interesting, and even though I didn't understand anything like the partial derivatives used, the cross products, uh, I still wanted to try doing it. So I interrupted him and I said, "Can I try doing it?" And Dr. Kabat said, "Sure," even though my brother was like a little confused. What is this little kid going to do? Solve the Maxwell equations? Uh, and I didn't do that. Instead, I wrote down a few multiplication problems. But Dr. Kabat said something very inspiring. Perhaps multiplication is a little more important than Maxwell's equations. A multiplication is one of the fundamentals Maxwell's equations are built on, and it's very surprising to see a child of this age, 1 to 2 years old, do
Okay, inspiring. Yeah, too inspiring. And Suborno, according to you, like you are the Einstein of 21st century. So according to you, there are also other Einsteins, or you can say that brilliant minds, but due to like their parents are not that kind of you can say that brilliant, or they distracted from their track. So did you believe that there are also other Suborno Isaac Baris are there?
Yeah, there's definitely hidden Soborno Isaac Bari somewhere out there in the world. But a lot of parents don't really see the potential they have in their child, and they think that they have nothing to learn from their child, and the child has a lot to learn from them. When in reality, if you teach a child the right way, no matter what the child's passion is, they can achieve anything, no matter what age.
Okay, amazing. I'm agree with that. So like in future, you have any plans? Okay, I will do something for those like childs, peoples, students.
Well, I'm working on a program right now with my South African friends at the Da Vinci Institute called Math for Children. Obviously, it's not full scale right now, but it's basically about making math understandable and easy for children, especially children without many resources or much equipment. It's still going to make things intuitive for small children like them. We're still obviously working on the beginning stages of it. We started working on it in 2022, and hopefully by 2025 we can at least implement it in a city or two. So that's something for the future where I would like to help other kids have the same passion for math as I did.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I appreciate that. Also, Borno, if you are applying this year to MIT and Harvard, okay, this year, so you will become the most youngest student in Harvard or MIT. So how did you like show that joy, happiness, or you can say that expression or your thoughts? Okay, any thought about that?
I I'm very happy to be the youngest applicant to Harvard. I don't think there's ever been an applicant as young as me. There have certainly been other prodigies as Harvard, but I don't think anyone else has applied this young. So, via early decision, my application results are going to come out in December, which is only 5 months from now.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's like amazing, amazing. You are the. And what about your like future life when you get into Harvard or MIT? So your friends are just like older than you. They are like 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8 years. Yeah, the gap is 7 or 8 years. So how will you manage that life?
Well, I'm since I'm already in high school, I've had to adapt to having friends that are 5 to 6 years older than me, and it doesn't really matter to me now because I feel like I even connect better with those people than I do with people who are 11 or 12 or some other age near mine. I feel like I'm talking to someone more mature, someone more emotionally intelligent, and someone who's fit to discuss actual topics instead of making jokes all day.
Okay, amazing, amazing. And you are also teaching Olympiad maths, I think. So like you will continue yeah, you will continue that like a professional Olympiad teacher like that, like taking classes for
Yeah.
Olympiad maths, Olympiad IUMO. So first of all, you have a like a goal of IUMO, or you already covered some goals, right?
I really want to get into the IMO. I have not yet, obviously, but the first step to that in my country is called the AMC. I've already gotten well over the qualifying scores on the practice test. Next is a pretty hard test called the AIME, the American Invitational Math Exam. Uh, do you know about the RMO? I think it's the Indian equivalent. Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
about the same difficulty, a little harder than that. Then there's the USA Math Olympiad, which is very hard. And then after that, you have to go through a summer camp, and then the 6 people are chosen for the IMO. So even if I make the USA Math Olympiad, I'll be very happy because it's basically guaranteed admission from Ivy Leagues, and it's a very hard exam to get into, regardless.
okay, amazing. And Suborno, I think you know like maths of Indian maths, American maths, and everywhere. So in India, yeah, there is a misconception, you or you can say that thought that Indian mathematics or Indian academics have a little bit difficult math. So according to you, it is true, or there is another country who have more difficulty level in maths, like in 11th, 12th grade. So which country have the most difficult maths?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's the U.S. Perhaps China. I've heard that they have to study very hard there in their math and science classes. I once saw uh, a very indescribable geometry diagram from a Chinese trig book. I didn't even know what I was quite looking at. But
Yeah.
India certainly has some of the hardest curriculums out there, and it's a very brutal high school maths and college maths.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Yeah, definitely. So China have the yeah difficult maths. I'm also agree with that. Okay, and what about Indian maths? Like any opinion or any thought about Indian maths or Indian
It's
academics?
very prestigious. The IITs are the best universities in the world, as far as I know. Uh, they are one of the best, at least, and it's also very grueling to make it past exams like the JEE and the JEE Advanced. I once looked at one of the question papers for the math section of the JEE Advanced, and I honestly had no clue what I was really looking at. It all looked very complex, and not even my brother was able to solve those kinds of problems either.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that, but I also agree with that, like believe that after 1 or 2 years you will like easily solve j advanced questions after 1 or 2 years, because like you are on a way, it's a journey. So you are like too brilliant, you are have a like capability to catch everything. So yeah, you will definitely like solve after 1 year or maybe 5 to 6 months. Okay, after clearing something. Okay, and what about like according to you, which is the most difficult exam in the world?
Well, I think it has to be the Putnam exam from the US. It's probably the hardest math exam out there. It includes calculus, and it's harder than the IMO as far as I'm aware. And the median score is 0 points out of 120. And anything above 30 is considered in the top first percentile or the top 99th percentile. So it's a very hard, probably the hardest math or physics exam out there, and I have no hope of even getting close to it.
Okay, okay, totally makes sense. And Soborno, you have a flower right there. So it's a real flower or it's a real flower in your t-shirt. There was a flower red.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
no, it's not.
yeah,
I'm
flower.
sorry, it's not real. It's a pin.
Okay. Okay, it's a pen. Okay, okay, got it, got it. I love that. I thought it's a real because it's look like a real. Okay, totally makes sense. So Suvarno, when you will visit India, I think you already visited, but in future.
Oh yeah, I'm visiting on November 25, I think.
Okay, November 25. Okay, so any specific program, event, or university?
Hmm. Not not that we've worked out yet, but I will be visiting the province of, or the state of, sorry, Uttar Pradesh on November 25, 2023.
Yeah, I will definitely there. I want to meet you in person. So I will definitely come to that place. So like I love that, and I don't want to take your more time because I know your time is too precious. And this interview will inspire millions of students who want to get into top university. Like I'm working for students who are from like international students from lower class families, and I'm just running non-profit organization Cross the Sky Limit, so where I'm helping those students. So I think your interview will inspire, because like taking interview of Harvard student will inspire, but your interview will inspire 1000 or 1 million times more, because you are showing your real profile, and you can say that honesty, because many times students are just pursuing activities only for sake of college application, but you are doing everything for your interest and your personal passion. So I love that, I
Thank
love that.
you.
Yeah, any other advice for students who want to get into top universities? Any advice for them?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think that you should focus on your passion, and if your parents are forcing you to do something, maybe try it. But if you don't like it, don't stick to that. Don't write a college essay about math if you don't like math. If you like writing, then write a college essay about writing. That's perfectly fine. If you like art, write a college essay about your love for art. That's perfectly fine too. Harvard isn't just for mathematicians and scientists. It's for any genius in the world. And I believe that we're all geniuses, just in different subjects.
Okay, perfect, perfect. I love that. Thank you for this suggestion. And Suborno, what about religions? Like, there are like lots of hate about like religious. Some people are like hate another religion. So, any thought about that? Like, is it how we can change that society to like everyone just respect everyone's religion like that? How we can change?
Well, I've written a book or two about that. Here's my second book about that. And I believe that a key to creating a world without religious terrorism as a Muslim, and whenever you hear religious terrorism in the news, we are the first people you think of, sadly. Uh,
Yeah.
but I believe that all we need is compassion and empathy for other religions. And we also need to learn more about other people's cultures instead of blindly attacking them as different from our own faith. So we need to be culturally aware of others, and we also need to be respectful of others' beliefs instead of misinterpreting our own religion in order to say that disbelievers should be executed, hurt, persecuted, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also follow that, and I believe in all religions, and even the personal thing. I have a sister who is Muslim, Mohammedan, and I am Hindu. So I adapted her as a, like, my whole family adapted her as a, you can say that, family member. He is Muslim. So I believe that there is no such kind of thing like religion hate. If we have a pure soul, or we just have to, we are humans, so we just have to think as a human, then we can simplify, okay, my religion is that, so that
Yeah,
thing.
of course.
Okay, so Bruno, so thank you for joining us, and you are amazing, brilliant, and yeah, congratulations and all the best for your future journey. So thank you. Okay, so Bruno, bye.